Welcome, I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation. The project's official name is the Adventurers' Research of Abnormal Civilian Experiences, or Project Arrowace for short, to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently. I've hired you all for your hands-on experiences.
I'm going to be honest, I think we should run.
I don't know, I'm not a wizard in real life.
Tentacles belong in the ocean!
I also lost all my food, so Delphi, in a few hours you might start looking really delicious.
Okay. You can't just kind of hand wave and say, oh yes, it's clearly from another plane of reality, without that implying a lot about a very powerful wizard doing it, or a university of powerful wizards doing it, or a god doing it.
It lets us know that when these other anomalies have been happening, it's potentially due to the use of temporal or spatial magic.
Who are you? I saw you in some kind of dream, but I think there's more to it than that. We need to talk.
I can't tell you exactly why I did all the things I did, but I did them. Okay?
Can everyone please roll for initiative?
Oh, I nearly cussed so hard.
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made by actual asexuals. We are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and/or asexual spectrum, playing fifth edition D&D with a twist.
What's the twist?
The twist is every character's past, present, and future is based on a card drawn from the deck of many things. I don't forget about it, and nor should you. I'm Ellie. I will be your DM today, your demisexual mole. Like mulled wine.
Ooh. Can't you just be mulled wine?
No, because that's two words.
Mulled wine.
Does it have to be one word?
Demisexual mold.
Mold.
Demisexual.
Now that I believe.
Demisexual. We put you in a little pot with some spicy.
What does that mean?
It means you're stinky little mold.
Yeah, like a cheese.
That has
Delicious.
the exact same energy as the word whelmed.
Whelmed. Yeah. Yeah. We are a very sleepy bunch of gals today, so this is going to be an interesting episode.
Woohoo!
Everybody, introduce yourselves, and I'm going to go blow my nose.
Hi, I'm one of the rowdy girls. I play Tohsya Atherdale. We both use she, her pronouns. Tohsya is a battlemaster fighter. She's the party tank, and she has a very bad Scottish accent, and I love her very much. Quick, before Ellie makes us do facts, someone go!
No,
Hello.
facts.
I'm
No!
not the
We're not
facts.
doing facts anymore. We're not doing facts anymore.
Why are we not doing facts? When did this
Because
change?
it takes too long. It changed literally like 6 episodes ago, guys.
I don't
Come
have
on.
any form of memory. You know this.
You say this, but I literally texted Ellie the other day and I said,
Facts
am
are
I
for
going
nerds.
completely mad because I cannot remember the last episode? The last episode completely wiped from my memory. Until I edited it, I had no idea what was happening. I literally thought we hadn't recorded it. Anyway,
Honestly,
hi.
secretly
I'm
the reason I
Chloe.
edit RWD is so that I can know what's going on.
Yeah. I'm Chloe, I use she, her pronouns, and someone trusts me to edit things. But in this
It's me.
podcast, I play Raina Riftwood, who is a tabaxi brogue. She's a bard, and also a little bit of a rogue. Yeah, Raina also uses she, her pronouns, and I am also a sleepy gal.
It's me. It's me, Eiriol.
me. Mario!
very ill. And
Eiriol!
I'm playing.
It's me, Eiriol.
It's me, Eiriol, and I'm ill.
Giovanni!
I'm playing Delphi, the Growfolk Warlock. I use she/they pronouns, and Delphi uses she/her pronouns. Yeah, my brain is well in a different place.
This is going to be fun.
You are also mould.
You said words, you did
We're
it.
all mold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just about.
Is it me next?
Yes.
Katie!
I think you should just say like, no, it isn't.
Asleep we all are. There's one thing we can rely on, which is that Katie will never,
Is it me?
never remember.
In my
Where they
defence,
are in
we've
the
had a few
order.
issues with the call cutting out, and I'd lost track of what we were doing.
In
In
my
my
defense,
You sound
there was a
genuinely
reason
put
for
out.
losing track this time, rather
It's
than
because
normal.
they get bullied every episode.
Anyway, I'm Katie. I am playing Morgan, who's a wizard, and we both use she/her pronouns and can fly. And I also use
Both
them
of you
pronouns.
can fly.
And
Both of you can fly.
Morgan the she/her wizard.
yeah, and she's a tiefling that frankly doesn't come up that much because we made tieflings weird. But I genuinely have forgotten what I've said already. So
You said everything you need to say.
oh good.
Yeah.
You've said what you needed to say.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here!
Anyway,
Can we kill this person now?
Yeah, we are bringing a certain sleepy energy to the podcast. What happened last time?
I
not
don't want to
having a
talk
good
about
day
it,
today, are we?
actually.
Well, we don't know what happened last time because the Discord won't let us say.
I don't want to talk about what happened last time because it is upsetting to both me and Tohsya, and we're not interested in sharing.
We killed
Right.
slash maybe
Thoughts?
didn't kill Lyra.
we hit Lyra very hard. Whether she has been killed or not is yet to be adjudicated. DM, what do we think?
Well, let's.
I hit
What is your
Let's-
I hit
verdict,
Lyra
O benevolent
Opulensis
one?
really hard with a Big B's hand. What's the situation?
You reduce Lyra to 0 hit points, and let's just jump straight back in. So Morgan used Big B's giant hand, or in this case, Green's giant hand, to create a giant phantasmal claw, which basically smooshed Lyra into the ground, and it certainly looks like, well, she's very unconscious. We had a bit of a discussion about it at the end of last episode, and I did a little bit of looking into it to make sure we were following the rules. And
Boo.
according to the Dungeon Master's Guide, non-lethal damage, more commonly referred to as knocking someone out or knocking someone unconscious, is done by a melee attack, which means that in this very unusual situation, Big B's giant hand is a melee spell attack, so it would count. So it is up to Katie and Morgan's jurisdiction. So would you like to kill Lyra Opulensis, or would you like to impose non-lethal damage?
I was trying to knock her out non-lethally. Morgan was trying to do that.
Okay.
Katie,
Okay.
on the other hand.
Great,
Katie, on
Ellie,
the
when's
other
it my
hand,
turn
yeah.
in the initiative? Are we still in initiative? Because I have some
Oh,
stuff I
no.
want to do.
Oh my gosh.
We are out of initiative, because the assailant has been rendered unconscious.
Unless you're going to try and do
So-
something which Morgan is going to try and stop you from doing, in which case we're in PvP initiative.
Oh,
That's why I wanted to ask if we were still in initiative.
Oh no.
what is it that you would like to do?
I want to bash her head in with my hammer.
Oh my
oh
gosh.
no.
Oh my god, fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
In
I'm
Collector's
on
name.
Morgan's side. I'm on Morgan's side with this one.
Okay, so multiple people are trying to stop her. I guess we're gonna have to just roll contested for this in that case. If you want to roll now, I don't know if this should be an attack roll or if it should be a strength check, because this is, I suppose, technically in this situation, you're gonna try and hit her, and the others are gonna try
Yeah.
and hold you back.
I
I'm
could make
gonna
it
say-
easier and say I'm attempting to grapple her.
Yeah, I think this
Let's-
should be... This
do
sounds
that.
grapply.
Maybe I'm
Let's
trying
do-
to momentary
let's do a
stasis
grapple
her. You
check.
don't know.
You could do that. You have. I'm gonna say, if you're gonna try and stop Tohsya from doing something, using your strength is probably not the most effective way to get it
Yeah.
done.
That's
This
true.
is true.
Besides,
Hey,
I'm
hypnotic powers,
and then
not
you-
standing right next to Lyra, because that would be stupid. I was doing that
No.
from a way away.
Toz, I imagine you're moving pretty quickly, right? Are you announcing to the rest of the group that this is what you want to do?
No, Tohsya isn't mentally present right now.
Okay. Tohsya has left the group chat.
Yeah, she's
Um,
kind of just in a frenzy or a rage.
This is war, Toz!
Wait, Tohsya, she's down. She's down.
Yeah, she can't hear you. It's not that she's ignoring you. She can't hear you. She's so angry that this person dared to keep her mother in some kind of captive situation that she's just not engaging.
Okay, Raina, can you roll me the grapple check? And obviously, Am can test that.
Please roll badly. I don't want
there's-
Tohsya to do this.
Katie,
Okay,
are you assisting Raina, or are you doing your own thing?
I was going to try and do the momentary stasis things. I'm fairly sure I'm still back across the room. So basically we get two
Elliott,
separate attempts, I think.
Am I doing a strength check or a saving throw?
Oh god, it's grapple. Hang on.
Sorry.
Let me get up the flow chart.
Depends what, because that depends what
Momentary-
bonus I add.
I would really like to use
Moment.
acrobatics, but I think I have to use athletics as the
I
instigator.
think you have to use athletics.
Grappling. When you want to grab a creature or wrestle with it, you can use the attack action to make a special melee attack. A grapple.
Oh, I like your little
Using at
song.
least- it's just a ba ba ba.
You make it's a contested strength roll.
Athletics
check.
Yeah, contested by
Okay,
the target's
great,
strength,
so-
athletics, or dexterity acrobatics
I
check.
found it again though. After everyone's talked about it already. Oops. Save.
Oh,
That
this
is a 15 for me.
Well, I rolled a 10, so...
So Raina tries to hold Tohsya back but fails. Morgan, are you momentary stasing
I'm going
her?
to attempt to momentary stasis her. See that Raina's failed to doing this. I'm going to
I think this is fair
I'm going to
as well.
force Tohsya
Yeah.
to make a con save.
Also pretty
Con
good.
I know. Con save, please.
I should have gone
What's your-
straight with
what's
the
your spell save
hypnotic
DC?
powers.
My spell save DC is 16.
Okay, I have a +7 to this.
Oh no.
So I gotta roll a 9. It's saving throw, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I have a
Through
+7,
it because
so I
you're
gotta roll
so
a 9 or whatever.
determined.
It's a 16. I'm really sorry.
Morgan's
Oh
freaking out
no,
by this.
actually, this might happen.
It's all on... What was it? Pikelet was doing something?
Olwen
Olwen. It's all on Olwen.
rolled a nat 20
Oh, thank God.
on her boomerang throw. So Raina, you try and fail to hold Tohsya back. Morgan, you try and cast a spell. It doesn't work. She shrugs it off easily. And I think, honestly, like, as Tohsya is, like, bearing down onto Lyra's skull, this boomerang thrown underhand just whacks you right in the wrist, like, on the really painful spot on your veins.
How much
and
damage does it do?
skitters.
Because I do not have a lot of hit points left, Ellie. I have very low hit points right now.
It's okay. The boomerang is actually it's a D4 weapon, so it's actually not that bad.
Okay, yeah, I'll be
just-
up.
It's a even so, because she rolled max damage, which is 7 damage.
Okay, I'm now at 10 hit points.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought when you said low, I thought you meant under 10 hit points. But
No. I have
Yeah.
17 out of 86. That was quite low.
Yeah, so this boomerang flies underhand and knocks your maul out of the way, and it skitters across the floor. Olwen yells out, "Tohsya, we do not have time for this. We've got to go now."
I'm going to use the opportunity to, like, wriggle my way around to be in between Toz and Lyra. I'd be like, Toz! I'm looking in, like, straight into her eyes. I'm like, Toz, we got to go. Well, that's not my accent. Blech.
Harriet!
I was like, Harriet's coming out. Anyway.
As long as he needs me.
Hey, that's the one. Toz, we've got to go. Nah.
She kept a queen in a cage.
She kept a lot of people in a cage.
I know, and we can sort it out later. But right now we gotta go.
Tohsya shoots Morgan a very dirty
We're
look.
going to be in so much trouble if we do a murder. We'll be in basically no trouble if
she
we
just
don't
looks like
do
she's
the
gonna be
murder. But we don't
sick,
even need to
but-
go anywhere.
I promise.
We don't need to run away. We were
was
allowed to be... We were solving a crime.
That's not
Bastet will
true.
sort it out. What are they going to do, arrest us?
We weren't allowed to be here.
I mean, we have no evidence that would hold up in a court of law, but I'm not going to tell Toz that.
Yeah, Pikelet signs, we're leaving. Either you come with us now, or...
You two should leave,
go our
and
separate
we
ways.
four should stay here and wave our badges about and say we had every right to do this, which we did. The guards saw us. The guards know our name, well, at least your name, and they know what we look like. I don't think that running away is gonna... We're gonna have to explain ourselves to Bastet at the end of the day anyway.
Morgan, I don't think that's going to help here.
Yeah, that's not the bit that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about...
We're in a
the-
city right now
the
controlled by the
cops.
person who's just on the floor. We should leave.
Yeah.
We need diplomatic community. Where's nearby that's friendly?
We can get a bro.
Friendly to you guys, or friendly to Navrosh?
Friendly to us. I understand if you want to stay here and rebuild your city, but I basically have pretty good diplomatic community in a lot of places, so if you want to come, we can make sure you're okay.
I guess we're running away. Okay.
Let's get out of here, and we can figure that out on the way.
We're leaving.
Before we go, Delphi's been thinking. Delphi's going to cast Eldritch Blast on Thingy, on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah!
Are you kidding?
Did you just
What?
kill her?
Why?
She's gonna. I mean,
Not necessarily.
it auto
Oh my god.
because she's prone.
Yay!
Oh, no!
Yay, Eiriol! Yay!
Oh my god! So you have murdered her then?
No!
I think so. I can't remember.
Well,
There's a
she'll
lot of.
just fail.
She's intending to
Oh,
kill her.
gosh.
Yeah.
Delphi!
Oh my god.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Oh my god.
Do you want me
We're
to
all-
roll? Would you like me to roll?
I think technically you still have to hit.
Yeah, you do need
Yeah.
to roll to hit.
Reaction.
You have
Oh
probably have
my
an
As a
advantage.
reaction.
We've
Yeah, and then
already
we had a bit of
reacted
a
to
conversation,
Toz.
so I'm reacting again.
Yeah, you already did your reaction. This is like.
No, I can't.
That's fair.
I
That is
can't.
fair.
I'm going to use that spell
Yeah.
slot.
What do you...
I mean, if we're allowing that, then I can cast like what is it? Oh no, I only have first levels. Oh, that's okay. No, I can't cast it.
I was going to kick Delphi into next week, but apparently I can't do that if I haven't got that spell slot left.
I was gonna cast.
Wait a
Hypnotic
second,
Pattern,
I've got
but
stuff
only
of
first
charming.
level
I've got
left.
stuff
Oh
of
no!
charming.
I'm gonna roll.
That's
but I've
not
got to
how
do
charming
commands.
works.
Delphi's gonna roll.
I want to cast command.
Oh, you can do command with it. That's a good one.
Let me
Do
just check
that.
the rules for
Yeah.
command.
Okay.
Delphi's not announcing this
I have
or doing
one
anything
action.
to suggest that she's just gonna lift up her thing and cast it. So it's up to you whether you would have time to react to that.
Do you want to maybe roll to
I'm
see
good at Dex.
who gets their action?
Dexterity.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah. Just because I think, seeing as we stopped Toz, it's only fair to give you the same guy. But also, I kind of love the idea about you guys
I'm
like
gonna
talking
one-shot him.
Toz down in a really diplomatic way, and then
Delphi
Delphi
just-
being like, pew pew.
Oh,
Okay.
I've rolled.
So I'm rolling dexterity to see
I've
if
got
I, do
11.
the thing. Okay, I've got 13.
Oh
Hey!
God. Okay.
So Delphi's gonna cast
I shout
Eldritch Blast,
stop
which
way
is
too late.
2 beams, so it's 2 attacks. Oh! Yeah, so that's like a 27 for the first
Okay.
one, and then that's a 25 for the second.
Okay. They both
And
hit. I think for flavour, I would like to rule it that you will do one attack and then...
Oh, yeah,
you can
sure.
try, and
Okay.
then you do the saving throw for the command to stop.
Whiz
Yeah,
save.
go for it.
Oh my god, maybe it's... This is insane.
Okay. That is a 20, not natural.
Yay!
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah,
Okie
yeah.
dokie.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Would you like me to roll damage, or-
Yes, please. Well, it's auto crit, isn't it?
It is auto crit, so it would be 4d10 in total.
How does it work? Does she fail a death save? Or...
Yeah,
Well,
I think she
mean,
fails
it depends
too.
if she would fail death saves, but that's only if you're doing death saves. If she takes damage and you're
Yeah, it depends on how
you
you're
weren't doing
ruling
death
it.
saves, she'll just die.
I'm going to be doing 2 attacks. Like, the thing is that she's now in the realm of dying. If you're doing death saves, she'd be in the realm of dying. If it's crits, she's dead.
Tohsya's now mentally figuring out how she can pay Delphi as a thank you because she doesn't understand the concept of money.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attack is within 5 feet. So they're just normal hits.
They're just normal hits.
The attack rolls do have advantage, so I should be rolling with advantage.
I don't think you need advantage, though, do you?
I could crit.
Yeah.
Fine, roll another 2d20 for God's sake.
No crits.
No
Aww.
crits.
It's up to you how you want to do it, but
Give me the damage,
okay.
and...
See if that's...
yeah. It's half total hit points, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 11 damage in total.
Okay.
So not that much, but it is a cantrip.
Oof, okay. So, Delphi fires off an Eldritch Blast at Lyra's prone body, and then another one in quick succession. And, well, I don't think it matters whether or not I rule that it's death saves or not, because...
She's gonna die.
Yeah, and how
either way,
She's
really.
gone.
She's gonna die either way, and how do you tell the difference between a person who's nearly dead and a person who's actually dead, really?
Not when you're running away.
Not when you're running away, and at this point I think Olwen is going to grab your hand, Delphi. Well, grab your wrist, and then... Well, actually, probably recoil.
No.
Because... and take some acid damage, I think.
That's on them.
They don't know Delphi's got weird mold stuff going on.
Hey, Raina only found out like this afternoon
Exactly,
game time.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
My
So
god.
Olwen grabs Delphi's wrist, recoils, and then grabs your coat and just starts pulling you backwards towards the door, wheeling herself
I'm
with her other hand.
running,
Cool.
swearing all the way.
Pikelet's already out the door.
No,
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
start
following.
running with them. They're dead.
Yeah.
The best laid plans don't survive contact with
Yeah.
the Delphi, apparently.
Best laid plans,
Yay!
etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, Delphi will...
Yeah.
And you don't get plans when you work with Delphi.
Plans? What plans?
Plans? Hardly know her.
So you guys retrace your steps out through the power plant, sticking to the shadows, but you don't run into any guards. Pikelet pulls you through various back alleys and streets, seeming to have a photographic memory of, like, the inner workings of this city, until he brings you to a small, nondescript house in a rundown part of town. He lets you all in, and at this point, we're in, like, the small hours of the morning. It's maybe 3 or 4 a.m. Yeah, he brings you in to his and Olwen's house.
Are they roommates?
He
Oh my god, they
kind
were
of, like,
roommates.
ushers you all in. They're roommates! They were roommates.
They
my
were
God, they were
roommates
roommates.
all along. Wink, wink.
Pikelet at this point looks at all of you, looks exhausted, and signs to you, Raina, and Olwen, tea?
Oh,
Tohsya, as soon as they stop running, Tohsya
Gods,
vomits.
Oh, God.
Oh,
She's
no.
having a really bad time, and she's not looking good.
I mean, at this point, Raina's probably just like sunk down in the nearest chair or stool and just is like exhausted.
Delphi will have
Okay.
some tea.
What?
Pikelet is going to busy himself making tea as the rest of you sit in, I presume, slightly fractured, stressed silence.
I'm going to start praying and attempt to cast divination. Your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. I'm going to try it again. GM offers a
Oh yeah, because that's
truthful reply. It hasn't, but Morgan
because that's not
doesn't
been
know
working
why.
for you, has it?
Who are you praying to?
Collector.
You get no response.
Right. Okay.
While she's doing this, I feel like Raina's probably like got their head leaning back so they're like facing the ceiling, and she's just like, what in the 9 L's just happened?
Well,
What was
certain
that?
individuals did a murder.
Yeah, I thought you guys said you were like working for the government or
We
something.
are.
Well, you can't just go around and do that then. That's not what
No,
you're
we
supposed
can't.
to
Yeah.
do.
And I think at the very least, Morgan and I are on the same page about that.
Oh god. So
Hey,
I've
look.
got. We are. God. Ellie, what's the travel time to Antibra from Navrosh?
Not far, like a day.
They're quite close, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've got family in Antibra who will shelter us. If nothing else, my eldest sibling Diane is cool, and my other relatives are perfectly used to hiding from crimes. So there's that.
I just look, Toz, I get it, but Delphi, what? Please, for the love of all that is holy, tell me that you didn't do that on purpose. Please.
Delphi, you know this will all be fine. It will work itself out.
That you didn't do it on purpose.
I think she pretty clearly did.
It's the only explanation I can think of.
She pretty clearly did.
That's not what I mean.
I not quite understand why you're so furious, Delphi. I mean, I understand why Toz is still furious. Heat of the moment. Well, it doesn't matter now.
You're telling me you looked at that machine and thought that was okay?
I'm not arguing about whether Lyra Opulensis deserved to live. I'm arguing about the repercussions for us. Because Bastet's not going to be happy with us. Bastet has got us out of a lot of problems, but I don't think she can get it out of this one.
So what?
So Delphi, you're telling me you looked at that machine and decided that allows you to choose who lives and dies?
No, I looked at that woman and I knew that if we didn't stop it there, she would rebuild that machine. She would redo all the harm that we had tried to undo.
And how do you know she hasn't got underlings, workers, people she's working with that are going to do exactly the same thing? Now we haven't got a leg to stand on.
They weren't in front of us.
Yes, but
I know.
we could have gone to Bastet and had her shut everything down, or had some kind of political pressure to shut things down, or something. And now we're a bunch of people who have definitely we've definitely stepped out of our remit. I don't know if anyone can look at was there much of a body left?
In the least gory terms possible, yes, there was still a body left.
We cannot argue self-defense because we ran away and didn't stay around to explain ourselves. So, and we're definitely going to get identified because the guards saw us and they'll have figured it out. And yeah, there must have been a lot of other people who were okay with this because they were part of the infrastructure. They had to make it.
We won't get identified.
We really will.
What do you mean we won't get identified? There are 2 charmed guards who've seen all of our faces.
I
We're gonna
know.
go kill them
Who,
too.
by the way, know they've been charmed.
I can tell you, without a doubt, we won't be identified.
Okay.
Why?
Don't ask questions
No,
about.
no,
don't
not
ask
okay.
questions to the warlock that you do not want to know the answers to.
No, you know what? I do want to know the answers because it doesn't make any sense. We will be identified
Delphi, do you
unless you've
understand
got
what a
some
jail
magical,
is?
logical thing.
Do you know what a jail is, Delphi?
Yes, of course I know what a jail is.
I think it was a reasonable question.
Tohsya's gonna slam her hammer down
How?
on the floor and stand up to her full height. And she's gonna look at the others and say, I understand we're all stressed right now. Me more than most. And I understand that it's difficult when we're not all agreeing on the same thing. But I will say this. It is interesting to me that both of you seem upset with the way things went when one of you is concerned about more bigger questions about justice and morality, which I can understand, but the other seems to be merely an act of self-preservation, which I really don't think is the time for right now. Now, let's get to Antibra, get ourselves safe.
Time to worry about self-preservation.
Morgan, I'm talking.
You have diplomatic immunity and stuff. The rest of us don't have that.
And I will use it to keep you safe.
Okay. That's a nice idea.
Now, if we're all ready to act as a team, I suggest we get some rest, head to Antibra the next day, and once we're safe, we can report back to Bastet and take any hide-in that she gives us.
Or we could not go back to Bastet, start a new life. Oh, no, wait, I can't start a new life under a new name. Damn it. Because I've got these really identifiable appendages.
I love that.
She's doing a little funky dance with her wings at that point. I did it with my
Morgan,
shoulders.
polymorph and reincarnate
wiggling
exists
her
if you're
wings
really
about.
that desperate.
Well, I'm not going to jail for this, I'm telling you that much.
That's fine.
I've got work to do.
I understand that. Honestly, I don't understand these cities. If this kind of thing happened back home, we just have a duel and then death is death.
Presumably the duel happened, with prior agreement, though.
Most of the time, but heat in the moment. Is everyone ready to get
If
some
we
sleep?
ever get anything done. You got to
Effectively.
If you're going to murder somebody, do it discreetly and deniably, not like we just did. We could have waited and then poisoned her.
Morgan, Toz is right. There's nothing to be done right now unless you want to start running now.
I think was going to want to. If this had ended normally, I was going to suggest that I wanted to go to Antibra and talk to Diane anyway, but because they are a cleric of Calacta, and I am kind of concerned about how my prayers to Calacta aren't getting through.
They're not?
No, I can. Supposedly, I have this spell that is a well-established, reliable spell, divination spell. Lots of wizards have used. That you could use to get in contact with a god and get an omen in response. And my prayers to Calacta haven't got through. I mean, I've only tried it a handful of times, ever. So I don't know if I'm just messed it up. Maybe I've messed it up. I copied the spell down wrong or something, but it's not working, and I'm a bit concerned. And Diane's a cleric of Calacta, so I'd like to talk to them.
Given Calacta's domain and what's currently happening, I think that may be a wise idea, not just for yourself, but for our investigation.
It's if we go into Antibra anyway, which makes which I think is the best decision, because it's so close, and I know for a fact that none of my family members care about having done murders, so we're good.
Lovely.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't love the idea of going to Antibra. I don't know. But, I mean, we're not elves in the strictest of senses, so I'd imagine we'd be all rightly received. And I suppose an enemy is an enemy is a friend and all of that, so...
if you don't go around acting like you're from Navrosh, then that goes a long way.
Well, what does that mean?
You know, being all elfy.
Like, you can use the dead to power your city.
Well...
Alright, touche. Yeah, okay, fair. I don't like that associated with me, so,
You don't have to come
well, I guess I'm already
with.
not
I don't
Navash.
think there's anything... I don't think there's anything linking either of you to what's happened, right? We've all been subtle and sneaky. Were you seen by the guards? I don't think you were.
No, I don't think they were. Because they met us at the top of the cliff.
Yeah, but we came in with the guards with y'all, so...
Yeah.
You'll be fine. I promise you.
I think they may be fairly identifiable based on description, though.
They are not identifiable. I promise you.
I trust Delphi. We have to start trusting each other if we're going to work together even more effectively.
Well, what I'm saying is we can. You don't need to go on running to Canterbury or whatever if you don't want to. It's up to you. I think you've got a decent chance if you just keep your heads down and pretend nothing is wrong. But it's up to you.
Well, I guess we'll sleep on it.
Yeah.
Would people feel better if I stayed up for a few hours to make sure there's no one coming to the house?
I think if someone comes to the house,
We can
then
keep-
yeah, I suppose it
I
might
can
be.
I can trance, so I'm happy to keep watch.
You sure?
I was going to say, let's share some
Okay.
watches. You
Yeah,
don't-
yeah, we'll sort out
have to do it
watches
all
and make
toss.
that happen.
That sounds good to me. Okay.
We can do that. I don't think we need to spend 15 minutes of game time arbitrating it.
Yeah.
We divvy up the
Yeah, we
watches.
divvy up the watches. There we go.
Okay. Great. Are you all gonna long rest?
Yay!
Yes,
Before-
Oh my god.
Just before we go to sleep, I want to just corner Toz quickly. Not corner.
Okay,
corner
but
is
you
the wrong
can't hurt
word.
me
I'm
because
not
I've already changed
cornering
my hit
Toz.
points back to full on my sheet.
No. I'm just like I'm tired and I'm trying to think of a phrase that
Pull me
means,
aside.
Like,
Pull me for a chat.
pull us aside. Yes, that's the one. And I went with corner anyway. Just before we go to bed, and I just sort of like look at her and I go, "Thank you, Toz. I know that must have been really hard for you. You holding up all right, all things considered?"
I'm not going to pretend I'm not happy that Delphi killed her, and I'm not going to pretend I wasn't seriously considering hiring an assassin. But yeah, I'm okay. I understand that we disagree about what happened, but I respect you trying to take care of all of us. Raina, you're the best of us.
Where'd that come from?
Just didn't come from anywhere, it's simply true.
No. Toz, this is about you. Don't make it about me.
I'm too tired for girl talk. Can we
No,
just get some
me
sleep?
Me too.
Thank you for checking in. I'll be okay. I think this is gonna sound mean. The three of you have a tendency to bring out the worst side of me, but in a very good way, I think.
I think we can probably say the same about all of us.
I think that's fair.
I don't know where that leaves us, but it's something.
Perhaps more effective?
Perhaps. Not feeling optimistic about that right now.
Yeah, I mean, just between you and me, and I don't mean to slag off your city, but I'm sure you understand as much as I do that I think if we'd left Lyra alive, or even if Bastet has knowledge of this technology, Attis Orbis might use it as a very good excuse.
Yeah, they would. Oh, they would. But still.
Exactly. Look, that's your call.
We'll figure
We
it out.
will.
We'll figure it out in the morning.
I'm concerned about what Morgan said about this collector thing. I might see if I can have a check-in with Praetor. I mean, I've never been chatty, but he gives off vibes sometimes when he's listening. So, who knows? I've got these. She kind of fondles the figurines in her pocket.
You know what, Toz, I completely agree with you and would love to discuss this with you, but I just do not have the brain capacity for something new right now.
I can respect that.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Me too.
Hello, you lovely lot. It's me, it's only Chloe. You know the drill by now. It's break time. Go get a drink, go get a snack, look after yourselves. But in the meantime, you might consider listening to little old me, because I'm here to tell you ways you can support our lovely little podcast. The best way you can support us is by joining our Patreon. For as little as £3 per month, you will get a shout out on the podcast and access to our patron-only Discord. Plus, there's a bunch of other tiers on there with much more exciting benefits, like access to our bonus content, our side quest episodes, for example. You can have access to DM notes and character sheets. You can get your own personalized message right here in the middle. Woo! And you can even have the opportunity to play TTRPG with us, with the cast. And we're basically celebrities at this point. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You can find that at patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces. Be sure to check it out. You can even join for free and get updates that way. Of course, if you're not prepared to pay per month, you can always make a one-time donation to our supporter Acast link, which is right there in the episode description.
Today's promo is for The Lucky Die, an apocalyptic actual play D&D podcast set in a homebrew world. Demons and Celestials have started stalking the lands, tensions between factions leave death in their wake, and blood-red clouds boil across the sky. Do you want to face the end alone? I guess we're about to find out. Roll the trailer!
You see, looking up from the ground, blood-red clouds boiling across the sky.
You did ask me to bring the thunder.
Dejin! Help! I've got the chalice, please!
Well, if they're following you, then I guess that takes care of a loose end for me.
All of you feel the earth beneath you shake and crack and break.
I feel that I have failed both of you, and I am sorry for that.
This has nothing to do with you being a bad leader. Do you want a countdown? Oh, I think I want a countdown.
I wanted
3,
to help. I always had good
2,
intention. I
1.
did not deserve to die.
Now.
The Lucky Die podcast is a weekly 5e Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Join our adventure every Monday wherever you download podcasts by searching for The Lucky Die.
Alright, so you all head to bed, have a long rest, and divvy up the night watching duties.
Do we
so it's probably about...
Do we level up?
Yes, you guys are leveling up. You're leveling up to level 11.
Finally!
It's been 84 years.
It's been 84 years.
Obviously, I haven't asked you to level up your character sheets before the session explicitly, so we don't need to necessarily put anything into effect until next episode. But yes, you are leveling up, and
I
can we can
I'm
talk about
so
it at the end of the
excited.
session.
To
Okay,
get to
good, because I
level 10.
have something I want to share with the party.
Yeah, go ahead, Am.
I'm not going to be level 10 because I will be taking
11.
2 levels in Barbarian.
Oh my goodness!
Da, 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 da.
I'm gonna have rage.
Another
I'm gonna have
multiclass.
reckless attack.
I think this is actually such perfect timing in the narrative for you to
It is.
get 2 levels in Barbarian.
I
It's
was
so
That
beautiful.
is
so
excellent.
ready. When I built Tohsya, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to multiclass. If I do, it'll probably be Paladin because of this
Yeah.
and this
Nope.
and this. And then we kind of reached this
Justice
point,
and
and I was like,
righteousness.
I gotta take Barbarian, you guys.
Yeah.
I am very excited to give you some cool things because my ability to give buffs has just now become even buffier. I've
to
got
see
some exciting things to give you in combat at some point. Well, you'll see when we get there. Months from now.
Amazing. Any other big announcements from people re-leveling up?
No big announcements.
I haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah, not in the slightest. I am looking at it right
Cool.
now.
That is super valid. Well, yeah, you can look at it. Oh, what up, Katie?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to get 6th level spells. 6th level spells.
Damn.
And I'm going to get the thing that I've been excited about, which is the 10th level chronomancy class feature, which is arcane abeyance. I think that's how you say that. I don't actually know what that means. So
Sounds
when
cool.
you cast you can basically freeze spells into little beads. Then you can
give them to people, certain stuff, right?
Yeah, I can give it to
like,
other people.
give them to people
You
and
can
stuff,
you
right?
can cast a spell, put it in a bead, give it to your mate, and then your mate can cast the spell.
Oh, sick!
Very
That's
helpful.
so
Right?
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
So
yeah.
that means that
That's why Katie's been rabid about this leveling up.
yeah,
for
it's
months.
so I can give Tohsya her own buffs and have her cast her own buffs.
That's amazing. And that's
that is
exactly
fun.
how I feel about Reckless Attack. I've been like foaming at the mouth for Reckless Attack for months.
I think that should work for a barbarian who's raging, although I should actually check that actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't say no, because
You
I've
can't
already
cast
cast
spells while you're raging.
Yeah, you can
I'm
cast
already
it before.
casting
I don't
it,
think
but
that
it's just being
stops-
channeled
yeah.
through the person who releases the spell. So I think it should work fine.
We can have a look at the rules in a little bit more detail later on. But right now, I think I'm just going to wrap up this episode.
I mean, do you want to hear a cool thing that I get before
Yes,
we go?
go ahead, Eiriol, please.
So, my 10th level thing is that I no longer need to breathe. And I gain resistance
I love
to
it.
fire
Everyone-
and cold damage. It's great.
Nice.
Everyone is just like, here is my cool mechanics that I can now
Delphi
do. And
doesn't
Ariel's
need to
like,
breathe
I don't
anymore.
need to breathe
Delphi
anymore.
immediately stops breathing.
Delphi just
She's
stops
never
breathing
gonna
in her
breathe
sleep,
again.
and everyone's like, oh my god, she's dead.
Delphi killed someone and then died immediately afterwards.
Chloe, is there anything you want to share, or are you still looking at stuff and ruminating?
Well, I have no idea. I've been the opposite of Am because I've been like, can we not level up, please? Because I've got absolutely no idea whether I would like to put levels into Rogue or Bard or one of both.
Multi-class
Because
again.
If I
do it.
Rogue, multi-class again. Yeah, like Raina's a druid now for no reason.
Yeah.
I do love
Warlock,
creating
that's
extremely
it.
complicated multi-classes. It is a lot of fun.
I mean, I could definitely justify a warlock, but I'm not doing
Do a
that.
couple levels in cleric. You get all stuff with cleric. Your spell list could be so long.
The point being like the if I do a level in Rogue, then that gets me 3 levels in Rogue, and then I've got to think about subclass. So I feel like I only want to do Rogue if there's a subclass that makes sense. But on the other hand, she has been being a bit more roguey recently than Bardy. So it also doesn't really make sense to put
There's
a
lots
level
of
in
good
Bard,
roguish
so I'm gonna have to
archetypes.
think
You could
about
do
it.
one of the magic-y
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Ooh,
have a look.
Swashbuckler feels
'cause
quite good
I
for
can
her.
do that.
There's also a really good
do
one.
like
It's
a
called
swashbuckler.
it's called like Phantom or something, where you're like a
I love the
Yeah.
Phantom Rogue.
where you're a ghosty girl. So that might be fun.
I kind of don't
You
want
have a mystical connection to
don't
get
want
to
her
death
rogue-
itself.
I kind of don't want. I don't want to have a like magic based rogue subclass because the whole point is that it's supposed to be separate from the magic.
Swashbuckler has things like
so I think-
rakish audacity
Yeah.
that gives you a charisma bonus to your initiative.
That would be
Okay,
helpful.
don't you want a subclass with names like panache?
Panache.
Swashbuckler might be
It
the
is
one.
a
I don't know. I need
charisma-based
to have a
one,
proper
and
look
you're
at them all.
charisma-y, right?
Yeah.
All interesting, cool stuff, exciting stuff. We can definitely talk about it a little bit more at some point. Well, seeing as you guys have told me that about the leveling up, I'm just going to add for a little bit of flavour. Alwyn is kind of like on watch, sort of notices at one point that Delphi has just stopped breathing. And is just like not breathing in her sleep. And she's like, not sure what to do about it, but you know, checks on you, and you can still hear your heartbeat, so it's all fine. But Delphi, in your dreams, you are back in your workshop. You're kind of working on something, reading through your notes, and then you catch sight of your reflection in the glass pane of a window. You don't recognize yourself for a second because your whole face is taken up with this purple rot so completely that it's completely blurred all of your features. And then you blink and your reflection is back to normal again. You're all woken up with a loud rapping at the window.
Of course we are. Who was on watch? Someone was supposed to be on watch.
Well, I don't know, because we had this long discussion about how it wasn't
Olwyn.
how it wasn't
He was
worth-
Olwyn.
Well, you know what, actually, Pikelet was on watch and so hasn't heard this rapping at the window, because...
Very good.
That makes sense.
Yeah. If one of you waves and draws his attention to it, he very cautiously peeks through the curtain and then furrows his brow.
Is it a raven?
And signs to you, Raina. Do you think I should open the window if it's a little robot bird?
I'll sign back. Absolutely, yes.
So he opens the window and a raven flies in. It's holding some letters in its hand.
Some letters?
Yes, plural.
Oh.
So, Basted's voice pops out from the raven and says, "Hi, folks. Hope you are in Navrosh by the time this reaches you.
Oh,
Good luck
my
busting ghosts.
No.
Some letters for you."
Oh, no.
Goodness.
There are 2 letters. There's one for
Ooh.
Morgan and then there's one for
I'd like to read
Tohsya.
my letter, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'll open my letter. As I go to read it, I'm going to say, "Oh, Raina, do you mind reporting back to Bastet via the Raven?"
Of course, yes.
Thank you.
I will start with the letter for Morgan. So, Morgan, you recognise his handwriting because you've had a little bit of correspondence with this person already.
Felicity!
It is a letter from Felicity.
Hey,
Yay!
my friend.
Oh, I love her.
My little gravity buddy.
Yeah, so I will read it out for you. Your little gravity buddy. "Hi Morgan, hope you're all doing delightfully. Just been doing some more research into time-space stuff since you guys have been gone. I thought I'd share my findings here. I've been exploring a wellspring of time-space energy since before Dr. Delaware was murdered. I keep going back to it to send things out and back in. I've been sending things out without specific coordinates to other planes, and they've been re-emerging as the same item but somehow different or changed. After reading the gravitational frequency on them, it doesn't appear that they've been changing time or place. Apparently they've stayed exactly in this spot. But they're definitely different, like they belong to a different place altogether. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Also, I probably shouldn't be going back too often. I keep getting these really weird side effects. It's probably nothing to worry about. Dr. Delaware was really interested in the Eternal Shards, and I've not been able to find most of his research on them. But I did find a copy of some lecture notes he made ages ago. One student suggested to him that they looked like the pins you find in a lock, and clearly he thought this was worth writing down. I'm not sure why it's occurred to me to tell you this. Something just clicked, I guess. Anyway, one more thing before you go. Do any of you remember folk stories about a ghostly tabaxi? In my research, I keep coming across this recurring story of a tabaxi that appears and disappears, does lots of sad wailing, but no one can make out what he says. He goes too quick.
Oh no.
This is apparently a super common fairy tale all over the continent, but I don't remember it. Except I don't not remember it.
Oh dear.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh god.
I'm going to be at a conference in Broer in a couple of weeks' time. I'd love it if you could pop by and we could chat about what we've discovered. All the best, Felicity Keats.
Well,
the drop
That was a
in my
lot.
heart and sense of dread when she said it's something like a lock. I don't know why I said this. I'm like, oh no, oh god.
I love it.
Hey, we've had the pins are shifting before. It's just Ellie going, remember this? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember?
What's on the other side of the lock though? That's not something I'd thought about before.
Oh, I've been thinking about it for 2 years. But there's nothing I could do because Raina has no information.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, I wonder
Not
why
for
that
lack
would
of
happen.
trying.
Okay, you stabbed us once, stab us again.
Chloe, have you decided what you're going to say to Bastet yet, or do you want to save that for next episode?
We can do it now. I wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna say anything overly specific. I was gonna. I think Raina would treat this as a very scientific endeavor.
Exactly why Tohsya has asked you to do this.
And is just going to state the facts as
All
they
the
are.
facts.
We don't have to.
So you're telling
like,
Bastet
roleplay
the
it, John.
truth then, yeah?
Oh yeah, Raina's a very honest
I don't
person.
think we can get
and
away with
nobody
it.
has
So,
said lie to Bastet, so no, I agree. So yeah, I'm literally just going to state the facts. And I'm probably end with something like some sort of expression of like apology, but knowing that there's not really enough sorry. So
just to be clear, you're letting her.
You're
letting her know that we're like getting the hell out of Dodge. Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling her what our plans are.
I think the specifics are actually quite important here. Did you say we or Delphi? Did you tell her about the ghosts?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I can. Do I have a limit of like time limit?
25-word limit.
I think we've done well. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 25 words.
Oh my goodness.
We can give the Raven a letter, but we can give the Raven a letter.
I was going to say if you want to
I'll
write
a
it out,
letter
then
instead.
that makes as much sense.
That's too much for 25 words. I'll write a letter and give it to the Raven. But yeah, and then just at the end,
I will want to write a response to Felicity, but we'll handle that.
Yeah, there's just so sorry. We'll talk when we can. Let us know if there's anything you need from us, basically.
Great.
Shall I do my response to Felicity? I'm not going to go over it with Raina now, but I'm going to send off a response to Felicity, hoping that we can get this all done quickly before we start being on the run. Something along the lines of, "Hi Felicity, got your note, not much time. What kind of side effects? I'd like to know the sort of side effects you're talking about. They do sound like something to worry about. Maybe get a partner locally who can keep an eye on you and make sure you haven't gone weird. Have connected some dots, re-pins in lock. Thank you for that. Do want to meet up with in Braw, but maybe politically tense by that point. We'll try and make it and try and keep you up to date, but don't panic too much if not there. And please give me everything you get on the ghostly tabaxi."
Toss, do you want to read your letter?
Yeah.
So you open the envelope and it's got 2 separate pieces of paper on sort of middle of the range card, like you know, the kind of stationery that you might get at like, I don't know, Marks and Spencer, that's not like super duper uber bougie, but is like very distinctly middle class. On one piece of paper it says, "We have been informed by your family that you are currently travelling, so we thought it best to send your invite separately." And then on the second piece of paper, it says, "Dear Ms. Tohsya Atherdale, brackets, of the clan Atherdale, you, and up to 3 guests, are warmly invited to attend our annual ball in our family home in Antibra. We look forward to seeing you at what will surely be the event of the season. Kind regards, Propriety Aldridge."
I am suddenly quite cheered up.
Go to the ball.
Yeah, I'm going to say, if anyone wants to blow off some steam, I just got an invite to the party of the season. And I can take all of you with me.
Which party of the season would this be?
Your siblings.
Sorry, what?
Excuse me?
Sibling? Parent?
Who
I'm
is
gonna
it
show
from?
Morgan. Propriety?
Oh, that's my mother. Oh dear.
I've seen portraits. She looks good for her age. I didn't know she was your mother.
Morgan just makes strangling motions in the air.
Hang on, is this the same? Morgan, is this the same mother that you keep describing as, you know, like tyrannical and horrible?
She's. Yeah.
I think we should go.
Me too.
Don't fight my mother. You don't need to fight
We're
my
good.
mother.
I'm not gonna fight her. I'm gonna eat all of her food.
Yeah, okay.
We're just gonna laugh at her from a distance.
No, don't do that. Okay. I'm gonna have to give you the briefing on my family. God damn.
I mean, we're going to Antibra anyway. Might as well have a bit of a party.
I was going to. No, we are going to be in hiding. We are going to be throwing ourselves on my mother's mercy.
Sorry, I didn't realise they had jurisdiction in Antibra.
Yeah, I guess. But it's kind of gauche to murder somebody so obviously. It's going to be really embarrassing. My mum's going to tell me all about how I've forgotten all my lessons.
I'm sure she'll be proud of you for doing a murder.
No, she won't be. She'll be unproud of me for getting caught. And I'm not even wearing a nice waistcoat.
I think
we're not going to get caught.
We were caught before we went in.
We can stop at the shops on the way.
I think this might be the strangest conversation I've ever had.
Oh, Raina, it's going to be your first ball. That's so exciting. I mean, I'm assuming it's your first ball.
No, you assume right. I don't even know what that is.
That's exciting.
Everyone does politics and tries to poison each other. It's fine.
Oh, I thought it was one of the round objects that people like kick and stuff.
That's
a
no.
ball.
Oh, it's also that.
I
not
hate
this one.
Common so much.
It's a terrible language.